So I said that banquets, there are four types in banquets. So we say in Tamil as Andupuchi, Pulukal, Gullanpuchi, and then Erumbu. So for that, Andupuchi mean moth, Pulukal mean worms, Gullanpuchi mean rice, weevils, and then ant. Okay, so these are the one firstly stays to spoil the food, and then the others, insects or birds or rodents or anything. Okay, so next one is the microbes. In that, bacteria, fungus, and then, so in Tamil we say bacteria, fungus, madhuvam. That means bacteria, fungus, yeast. Okay, these are the main reason for the food spoilage. And then the internal condition contained in diet for food spoilage due to microbes are, what is that? Potential, oxyHM or taltalalitam, as well as pH value, as well as uh, so the internal factors which influence the growth of microbes are pH value or pH gain, as well as the amount of nutrients, போசனை பதார்த்தங்களின் அளவு, as well as ஈரலிப்பு mean dampness, as well as potential ஒட்சியேற்றம் அல்லது தாழ்த்தல் அழுத்தம். Okay, so the next one, the external or extrinsic factors influencing the growth of microorganisms or microbes are temperature, வெப்பநிலை, as well as ரசாயன பதார்த்தங்கள், chemicals, as well as நுண்ணுயிர் கொல்லிகள், antimicrobials. Okay, so these are the factors. So we are going to study about the pH range of the different food items. So what are the pH range of the different food items? So pH range is from 3.7, not from, which is lesser than 3.7 is we called as higher. What is pH value? First of all, pH value or pH gain. pH value, will say pH value. Define pH value. What can we say? What can we say? For that, the definition of pH value. So, the acidic, the amount of acid in the food is we called as pH value. The amount of acid which contains in the food we called as the acid. Okay, so 3.7, lesser than 3.7 is we called as highly acidic. Okay, highly acidic. So we can give the example for that as like pickle. Pickle mean lemon pickle, and then orange fruit juice. So these are highly acidic. That means which is lesser than 3.7. As well as the next one is which is in between 3.7 and 4.5. So that is acidic. So the examples are tomato, and then tomatoes, as well as the mangoes. So this is acidic. Okay, so next one is pH value in between 4.5 and 5.0 is the medium acidic. So the examples are soup, as well as vegetable mixture. Okay, காய்கறி கலவை, vegetable mixture. And then the pH value 5.0 or the value more than that, higher, is we called as low acidic. Okay, so the example is meat, milk and all. Okay, so the pH value of the microbes are the microbes which can easily grow, then the pH value is, example, Escherichia coli. Escherichia coli is pH value 4.4, in between 4.4 and 9.0, and then Salmonella type is pH value 4.5, in between 4.5 and 8.0, and then fungus from 2 to 11. Okay, so next one is there are two types in food. I mean, there are two types of water which contains food. So discuss with the student about the water content of food, including the following points. So the first one is, food contains water in two forms. Every food contains water, but it contains in two forms. What are those? Water tightly bound to food, water loosely bound to food. So when we take a cake, in that we couldn't see any. When we bite it, or when we make it as two pieces, we couldn't see any water. So that is water tightly bound to food. The next one is water loosely bound to food. When we take a mango, we can see the water which has been loosely bound to the food. Okay, so we are going to study about the way to measure the amount of carbohydrates, to measure the amount of what is that, dampness in the food. Okay, dampness in the food. Dampness is not carbohydrate. The translation is wrong. So the how we are going to study how to measure the amount of dampness in food. Dampness means iralipu. So first of all, we are going to see the other word for dampness is water repellency of food. Water repellency of food. Okay, so the equation is water repellency of food is equal to the mass of water contained in the food is, and then over that mass of the food into 100. So I can give you some sums according to this equation. So I will provide you some sums. You can solve those and get the answer. So the first question is the mass of water contained in the manufactured jam is 20 gram. Okay, and then the mass of the the mass of the jam is 80 gram. So you should find out the water repellency of food. So what is that? Water repellency of food is equal to the mass of water contained in the food over mass of the food into 100. So when we solve it, you can get the answer. So first one, we should put the mass of the water contained in the jam. So what is that? 20. And the second one is the mass of water which is contained, the mass of the jam. So that is 80. So you should solve those two and multiply that to 100. Okay. So the next question is So next question is the mass of water contained in the food. First of all, the second question is the mass of the manufactured biscuit is 1 kilogram, and then the mass of the biscuit is, the amount of mass of the biscuit is 15 gram. So when we get the answer, it should be when we get the answer, we should put a what is that symbol after the answer, like A, down part, W, like index base. Okay, we should write in that form. So when we used to solve the mass of water contained in the food, it should be in gram only. Mass of the food, it also should be in gram. So I had given out the second question as 1 kilogram. So you should convert the 1 kilogram to 1 kilogram to the gram. Okay, so it will be 1000. So you should solve 15 over 1000 into 100, then get the answer. Okay, next one is, the third question is, in a chocolate company, the mass of the chocolate is 100 gram, and then the mass of the water contained in the chocolate is 15 gram. So solve the water repellency of the food. So now you should, water repellency of food is equal to the mass of the water contained in the food over the mass of the food into 100. So put it and solve. The fourth question is, rice which contains 10,000 gram mass. The question is, the mass of the food, the mass of the rice is 10,000 gram, and the mass of the water contained in the rice is 8 gram. So solve and get the water repellency of food. And then the fifth question is, the imported, the mass of the what is that? So the questions are in Tamil only. I am translating it and giving you. So the mass of the food which has been imported, the mass of the flour powder which has been imported is 20,000 gram, and then the mass of the water contained in the flour powder is 16 gram. The sixth question is, the mass of the packet which Kamala bought in the shop is 400 gram, and then the mass of the water contained in the food is, mass of the water contained in the packet is 7 gram. So solve and get the water repellency of food. Seventh question is, the mass of the pickle bottle which has been produced is 85 gram, and the mass of the water contained in the pickle bottle is 6 gram. So solve and get the water repellency of food. Okay, so do those sums. So thank you for watching my video. I will give one more question. So the mass of the milkmaid which has been produced is 950 gram, and the mass of the water contained in the Milkmaid is 3 gram. So solvent get the water repellency of food. So get the answers and comment it in the chat box. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, thank you for watching my video. So for the student request only, I uploaded this video. Thank you for watching my video again. Jazakallah khairan.